Welcome to another edition of Wellness Wednesday 3 Questions. My name is Patricia Taylor, and on today's show, I will be my own special guest. So I will be answering 3 questions. The first question I usually ask my guests is to introduce themselves, and so I'll go ahead and do that now. My name, again, is Patricia Taylor. I am a licensed professional counselor in the states of Arizona, Indiana, and Wisconsin. I am also the owner of P. Taylor Consulting. That's a mind-body wellness consulting agency. We offer mental health products and services. Our goal is to eliminate the stigma behind mental illness and mental health treatment. For me as a mental health therapist, mental health is extremely important because it's directly related to what I do. It's directly related to what I love to do, and that is mental health counseling, consultation, and training. What speaks to mental health in those aspects is clarity and focus. I need to be present in the moment. I need to be knowledgeable about the information I'm portraying. I need to have an open ear. I need to be able to listen. I need to be able to have good emotional regulation. And so all that speaks to mental health. And so for me as a mental health therapist, that's why mental health is important. It's directly related, again, to what I love to do. So for this last question, I was able to field questions. A few people sent me some text messages today and they wanted me to answer a few questions. I just chose one, and the one that I chose is, what's one thing I can do to help eliminate or end mental illness stigma? And that's a very good question, because that's the reason why I do this show every Wednesday, is to help eliminate the stigma behind mental illness. So I will answer that question. The person asked, what's one thing you will do or one thing you can do to eliminate the stigma? And I've listed 4 things. And so really the first thing is by learning about mental illness. A stigma is defined as a negative stereotype. And so in order to unlearn the negative stereotypes that are generally not true, it's important to get to know that thing which is stigmatized. And so if mental illness is stigmatized, get to know about it. Learn about groups of them. You don't have to do an in-depth study, but, Google what's anxiety, what's depression, what's trauma, what's OCD, get to learn about it. That's one way you can eliminate or end stigma. The second one is by being open to listening and speaking to someone who may be living with a mental illness, because you'll learn about it. Again, you will learn the truths about it from the person who's actually dealing with it. The third thing, I think it's important to really see the correlation between, or not the correlation, but the equality between physical health and physical illness, and mental health and mental illness. Physical health is just as important as mental health, is just as important as physical health. And oftentimes when somebody is living with the physical illness, they have mental stress associated with that. So really recognizing and allowing yourself to see that mental illness is just as important as physical illness, and mental health is just as important as physical health. I think the last thing, it's kind of, it's important, and I feel like society is doing a better job at it than they have before, but there's always work to be done. And so bringing up topics like this, bringing up mental health and mental illness topics in your everyday conversations with your friends, in your families, in your social settings, putting it on the agenda at work, bringing it up in the boardroom, talking about it in the classrooms. Those are very direct ways to try and eliminate the stigma behind something that sometimes is fearful to talk about. Just make it an everyday, regular part of your conversation. This has been Wellness Wednesday 3 Questions. Thank you so much for listening and tuning in. If you would like to be a guest on the show, simply give me a phone call. The number is 262-207-4130, or you can visit our website. And our website talks a little bit more about the services and merchandise that we offer. And that website is www.ptaylorconsulting.com. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.